Alright, thanks for taking the time to check out this review. The score you see is centered off the base game before DLCs, so if you're interested in my thoughts on the DLCs, you can check my comments below. So with that said, Midnight Suns is a card-based strategy game released on December 2nd, 2022. I've been playing it since release for 2 months now, so I have a good understanding of its endgame content. In this review, I'll have short story spoilers, nothing you won't know an hour into the game really. If you're not interested in spoilers whatsoever, you can use the timestamps to just navigate different sections. And just before anything else, you can catch me on my social medias or live on my Twitch channel. Links are in the descriptions. And as always, don't forget to like if something caught your eye. If you have a question or just a thought, type it down in the comments. And if you're interested in the content, stick around and click that subscribe button. And just with that said, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll start off with the story. By no means I'm a Marvel head. When I started taking the Marvel Universe seriously, it was the first Iron Man movie. Just to put into perspective, so the Midnight Sun storyline is actually new and fresh concept to me. My experience with the story, it's pretty engaging, from the introduction of the hunter to its final chapter. It shows the love from a parent to a child and the steps they would go through just to protect them. For me, it was interesting the whole way through. Was never a dull moment. So it's a well-deserved tier 2 rating for the base game. For someone to not really enjoy it, I mean, you really would have to be picky. But the main story, like I said, is engaging, and it's a lengthy campaign that leaves room for future DLC additions. So in my eye, it's well done, and it's a tier 2 status well earned. On to the gameplay. At its core, it's a card-based strategy game, to put it simple, and my opinion on it will be based around the hardest content available, which is currently Ultimate Difficulties and the Transia area on the mirror table. These missions scale to level 40, and just to put that into perspective, the current hero cap is 25. So it forces you to have a thought out deck, good team composition, card selection, understand the benefits of your stats, taking advantage of passives, combat items, and that grind of champion leveling. In my opinion, a game's true gameplay value is based off how good the endgame is, because at that point, being good and just a proficient player comes into play. Midnight Sun's formula works and has a solid base that is being upgraded with DLC, which is good. So me giving it a tier 2 rating to start says a lot. And just really at this point, I'm more interested to see how it evolves. If they decide to focus more on endgame areas like Transia, that would be great. But I think like most hero games nowadays, developers are more focused on the casual side. But I'll speak more on that in my final thoughts. When it comes to its value, Midnight Suns for what it is solid. That's why I rate it with the max tier 1 rating of 3 stars. If you can get past the card game strategy, it's worth the buy. I would even recommend the season pass. It does have some minor bugs, but overall it doesn't take away from the experience. When it comes to exploits, I haven't really seen anything too ridiculous come across my timeline. And the way I see it, the base game covers the 2 type of gamers, right? The casual gamer that's just looking for something to do, and that hardcore gamer that's looking for a challenge. So in my book, it passes, since everyone can be satisfied. And honestly, nowadays, gamers, that's a serious challenge developers need to tackle. Alright, thanks for making it to the end for my final thoughts. Story-wise, for someone that's not too knowledgeable on Midnight Sun series, the rating is well deserved. I personally love the story, and I'm just looking forward to future additions. On gameplay, it delivers for that challenge, and they're continuing to upgrade the experience with DLC, which is a good thing. On value, it's worth the buy. If you get just past that card strategy concept, man, you'll be alright. And honestly, in my opinion, would work out for its development when introducing new heroes. I mean, they won't need to deal with the programming nightmares, as we can see action games can bring in this type of genre. But overall, my main concerns for someone who likes a challenge is that they won't focus on endgame areas like Transia. You get that sense from their live streams and just the overall questions they pick to answer, but can't really be too concerned anymore. It's the same script for hero games nowadays. But on a good note, it does have something for everyone, and I see myself keeping it in rotation. I'm just really curious to see where it ends up. Yeah, that's my overall view on the game and its endgame content. Thank you for taking the time to listen. You can catch me on my social medias or live on Twitch. Channel links will be in the descriptions below. And like I pointed out earlier in the video, my DLC reviews will be in the comments. If by some chance they bring out another endgame area, I don't see much point in making a new video. And as always, don't forget to like if something caught your eye. If you have a question or just a thought, type it down in the comments. And if you're interested in the content, stick around and click that subscribe button. That would be much appreciated. I'll be finishing off this video with a community highlight. Alright, well, this section is to support my subscribers that are active in my comments, and I'm active in theirs. You'll see a full list in my description, so if you enjoy my content, these will be some nice recommendations from me. Although I started this in 2023, I can't forget some of the content creators of 2022. So for me, 2022 was that year realizing some content creators are just different. But Yards is one of the few good Marvel content creators I would recommend. He's a gamer that likes pushing the gameplay and learn new things while doing it. I know him from Marvel Avengers. He's a Kate main, and I think he plays Widow too. But he does play other looters as well, and has a niche for endgame experience. He's a down-to-earth guy, always looking to help people, so definitely check out his channel. And with that said, thanks for sticking around and watching me create new styles for videos. Hope you got some knowledge before leaving, and I'll leave you with these humbling words.